Hey guys, it's Viejo here, and we are into the third week of July already here in 2023. Got a nice day here on the central coast of California. Sun came out early. We had no morning fog, so it's warming up. I've got 77 here in the garage at 60% relative humidity. It won't get much warmer than that. It's midday right now. And it's Moldy Monday again. Here we go. I've got another Saeco mold for you today. This one I had bought used not too long ago. I've had it maybe a year, but have never cast. And if you're just kind of new to the Moldy Monday thing, what I'm doing is I've got these drawers full of molds that I've collected over the years, and for one reason or the other, never got around to casting. So I decided, well, it's time to get them out and put them to work. And so what we're doing is we're going and casting a few bullets, just a handful at a time, to go try and get an idea for some starting points for loading and to find out whether they're even going to function in my handguns. These are pretty much all going to be handgun molds that we're doing here. So we'll get them cast up, powder coated, take them to the range, try to find a good starting point, and just kind of by way of information, the range footage here. All I'm doing at the range, guys, is trying to see whether these are going to function or not, and to find a good starting point. And that's going to tell me if this is a bullet that I want to come back and revisit and spend a little more time working up a better load for or not. So don't get too excited when you hear some of the loads that I've used and see some of the results. Doesn't mean a whole lot other than that, starting points and will it function in the handgun that I tried them in. So that's kind of what the range footage is all about. So this mold I got, I think I only paid a little over 60 bucks for this, and it came with a set of Saeco handles. So that's a good deal. If you are a bullet caster, you know that these Saeco molds, this is a 2-cavity mold, by the way, designed to be a 210 grain round nose bevel base. And you can pay 150 bucks, for a new 2-cavity Saeco mold pretty easily without handles, and the handles are 60 bucks. So this was a particularly good deal, so it remains to be seen, of course, as to whether or not it was a good deal for me or not. All right, let's take a look at the mold. That's what the mold looks like then. We get the handles on it. This mold, since it was used, does not need to be heat cycled, so we're just going to warm it up on the hot plate and take it right to the casting pot and see how it does. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I can't show you any of the casting or any reloading, any of that kind of stuff on YouTube, but you can go over to my Rumble channel, and you can go to rumble.com. They've got a search field up at the top. Type in this right here. That's my channel name there, and you can find this video. It'll be a hashtag Moldy Monday, and it'll say something about this Saeco number 265 in the title. So let's go ahead and get into the casting video. I'll show you how that ran, and then we'll come back when we've got them all powder coated. We'll talk about the shooting. Okay, here's our metrics info then. We got 215 grains at the alloy that we used today. The cavities both measured out with this alloy at 0.453. Bullet length overall from base to tip of the nose, 0.677, and from the base up to the top of the top driving band there, 0.340. All right, here we come with these little guys. So we did 2 molds today, and I got 2 new colors. So that round nose bullet, that's the Saeco 265, a 215 grain round nose bullet for 45 ACP, and that is Eastwood Flame Red Translucent. Look at that. Let's do a little flyby here. Those are beautiful. And then here right next to them, this is the Saeco number 43. This is a 170 grain truncated cone for 10 millimeter 40 Smith & Wesson, and that color is Eastwood Teal Vein. Okay, so this mold actually did cast pretty well. You saw there, right, that first 1 or 2 that I cast, that one of them had a little fin on the nose, and that was my fault. Okay, I just didn't have the handles closed tightly enough and didn't have any more of that problem at all after that. Did have a couple sags here and there that I had to cull, and that was probably the mold being a little bit too cool. I did crank the temperature up at one point. That seemed to help that, and I had better fill out after that. But then towards the end, the mold was getting a little bit warm, and you could tell because the sprues were taking longer to frost over and starting to stick in the cavities. The bullets were just a little bit, not bad, okay, but that's sometimes is indicative that the mold's getting a little hot too. You need to maybe give it a break, open the jaws up, let it set for a second. So other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way the mold ran. And, you know, you saw the powder coat colors. Those were new to me colors. They look pretty good to me. I like them. I'll use them again. All right, let's go to the range then here and take a look at the shooting. I loaded 2 different steps with 2 different powders. We used some 700X and some power pistol. And I won't give you the exact loading data because it's unpublished. Okay, that was just based on personal experience. I started with loads that I thought were going to be safe and function. But let's go see what happens at the range. Okay, that's the first 700X, second load through one. So that's not a bad target there, a little bit faster and it ran better. First load of power pistol and dropped that one, otherwise a good target. Yeah, I got 5 in there, but look at those 2 guys. That's me flinching, I was getting tired, I think. All right, so getting back from the range then, you saw how we ran there. We did have some feeding issues with that particular bullet, and I'm not 100% sure why. that round plunk test really fine. There was no problems with that, and no problems, of course, feeding from the magazine with dummy rounds, but that obviously doesn't mean a whole lot. It's a whole lot different, under live fire. Did have some reasonably good results, particularly with that first load of power pistol. I was not having my best day at the range, and it seemed like every target there I had, one that was out in left field someplace, but that was just me. Okay, that wasn't the round. But I kind of liked that first power pistol load. It felt good and substantial. Okay, the pressure signs were all good. Ejection was all good. No issues with primers or anything like that. And those were Remington 6.5, Remington 1.5, sorry, primers that we used there that day. So that they were fine, ran well. All right, I think that's going to be enough for this one. The Saeco number 265, 210 grain round nose bevel base. They come out at 215 grains with the alloy that I use today. They'd be lighter than that with a harder alloy. But let's leave it there. So from the Viejo bench, for now, that's all she wrote.